Angeles last month. Have you ever looked at graffiti and said, if only I could catch them doing it? Well, think about it. What would you do? The man you're about to meet faced that situation. And as Catherine Cryer will show you, he probably never expected that his decision to act would make him a hero and a killer.
Cesar Rene Arce was 18 when friends paid their final respects. He was killed by a bullet. It's not an uncommon death for an Hispanic youth in Los Angeles.
My son was a good boy.
His mother, Matilde, says Rene didn't smoke or drink, had no criminal record.
He didn't join gangs. He didn't use drugs.
He was my blood. He was my brother, my only brother. He was my best friend.
Always close, Lilia Arce argued with her brother over his one addiction, spray painting graffiti. It's called tagging because of their distinctive tags or signatures. Rene was a tagger and proud of his tag, INSTA.
He told me, I'm not doing anybody harm. He says, I'm not killing anybody, I'm not doing drugs. All I'm doing is putting my name up on the wall. I said, Rene, but you're hurting our community.
That's Rene.
Lilia's boyfriend, David Hilo, was a tagger too. With their shaved heads and baggy pants, he and Rene ran with a tagging crew called CFK, Crew Forever Known. Defacing property to a rapper's beat.
I'm tagging and bagging because my name is famous in the street, because they know my name's from cruising in the Jeeps. So yo,
LA is a city under attack. Taggers are hated and feared, out of control at night. Now they're brazen enough to assault property in broad daylight. Last January, one citizen, unwilling to retreat after dark, struck back at the taggers on their own turf. Meet William Masters, a struggling 35-year-old movie actor and screenwriter. He told me he's a former Marine who relaxes by taking long walks, often late at night.
And anyone who does that is looking for trouble. It used to be we could walk out at any time of day or night and be safe in this country.
It was here, in a desolate industrial section of Los Angeles, that Masters chose to take his midnight stroll. It seems an unlikely place to be out walking late at night. It was about a half mile from his house. But armed with a semi-automatic pistol and a bag at his waist, Masters says he spotted the two taggers at work. As he approached the freeway overpass, Masters says he jotted down the tagger's license plate number for the cops. He'd caught Rene Arce and David Hilo in the act. Masters says Arce accosted him and demanded the piece of paper.
I says no, and he reached over and grabbed it and ripped the top half of the paper off. And I put it in my pocket, and the other friend came up, and he came up with an arm. The screwdriver was in the hand with the blade up this way, and he brought it up here, and he says, "What, do you want us to something?" I used a slang word. When I saw the screwdriver, I said, "Give him the thing and get the hell out."
Did you have the screwdriver in your hand?
Yeah, I did.
David Hilo gave 2020 his version of what happened here. He says he used the screwdriver to climb up and tag this street sign. Did you ever go up to Bill Masters and threaten him with that screwdriver?
No. My main fear was that they had not only the screwdrivers, but also guns.
Did Rene have a screwdriver?
No,
Did he have a gun?
No, Rene didn't have a gun.
Anything in his hand?
No, he didn't have nothing whatsoever.
So I reached in my pocket, and I gave him the slip of paper, and as I was doing that, he says, "What else do you have in your pockets? Empty your pockets. Let me see your wallet." When I saw that they were following me, and I decided I was going to have to fire, I brought the pistol up, and I spun around. As I brought the pistol and spun around, the man on the outside said, "Look out." So I just came around and aimed for the center of his black shirt and fired.
Just as he turned, Arce took the bullet at point-blank range.
Then I turned to fire the other one, and he wasn't close enough to use his weapon, but he was close enough to be able to sprint across and stab me within a 2-second time span. So I lowered the aim and I fired at his leg, thus making sure that he couldn't charge me.
I seen the blast of the shot, and I just went like that, and it just like this part like baby fall too.
What did you say to him? Something like, "Jesus Christ, all this over a damn stinking graffiti, 60 hours of community time? I mean, can't you people just live with one another? I mean, for Christ's sake."
Rene Arce's life ended on a median strip under the Hollywood freeway. William Masters was arrested by police and booked on suspicion of murder. But Hilo's story helped prosecutor Robert Cohen reach a decision.
Mr. Hilo tells us that his friend Mr. Arce was being aggressive. Mr. Hilo also states that he could understand why Mr. Masters felt that something was going to happen to him, and he panicked. So out of Mr. Hilo's mouth, we have corroboration of what Mr. Masters stated he felt.
Under California law, those were grounds to rule Rene Arce's homicide justifiable. The district attorney's office was besieged with phone calls demanding that Masters not be charged with murder. Within 48 hours, he walked out of here a free man and a hero to many citizens in Los Angeles. DA Gil Garcetti announced his ruling.
We have made a legal decision that he did not commit a crime.
So you're saying it's self-defense then?
Well, that's what we concluded.
That's not self-defense. If somebody's trying to rob you, you can't shoot two people in the back and say it's self-defense, because that's not self-defense.
Man, I would have shot, and so would have you.
I would have shot the hell.
I would have shot both of them.
No, you're right. The more of this has got to be done.
On LA Talk Radio, callers were behind Masters all the way and out for more blood.
We ought to declare open season on all taggers. Everybody get armed and get out there and start shooting.
I'm not giving you my goddamn briefcase.
And Masters was compared to the main character in the movie Falling Down, a vigilante who metes out justice on the streets of Los Angeles.
You have my briefcase here. You want my briefcase? Here's my briefcase.
The controversy might have ended. Arce's loved ones left with their grief. But William Masters, the movie extra, had suddenly become William Masters, the star. In interviews, he fueled the city's simmering racial fires by calling the assailants and their friends Mexican skinheads, then even accusing Rene Arce's mother of murdering her son by being an irresponsible parent.
This guy's not a hero. This guy didn't save nobody's life, but he took one. That's not a hero. That's a killer.
It's an attack against Hispanics.
The racial slurs incited protests and outraged Mexican-American lawyers.
Young Chicano youth should not be fair game by any vigilante who runs around at 1 o'clock in the morning with a gun.
But the DA refused to reopen the case. As it turned out, Masters was not the law-abiding citizen he claimed to be. The pistol he used to shoot Rene Arce, a Russian semi-automatic, was unlicensed. What if the police press the charges on carrying the weapon?
They'll lose.
They didn't in Texas, where police records show Masters was arrested for packing illegal weapons. He also admits he got a citation for carrying a handgun into a courthouse, but dismisses both incidents as minor. Above all, he's a firm believer in every citizen's right to bear arms, whether legal or not. He goes ballistic over gun control advocates.
They're saying there are no decent people. They're all murderers waiting to get a gun and shoot me. And we can't trust anyone in a country of 273 million people. We've got to get rid of all the guns. That's paranoia.
As for his career in the Marine Corps, well, Masters never made it out of boot camp. Bounced, he says, because of his criminal record. He was discharged after a mere 41 days. Do you consider yourself a Marine?
I consider myself a Marine in that I uphold the principles of the Marine Corps. I'm simply a discharged Marine.
Back at home, William Masters told us he's received death threats since the shooting. But this self-proclaimed Marine says he'll defend his right to walk the streets, even to the death. You still walking around late?
Oh, sure.
Any fear today?
No, not really. I mean, there was always the fear that something might happen in the back of one's head. And there's always the fear that their friends might be out there waiting and watching.
You still carry a gun?
Oh, sure.
And will continue to do so?
Oh, of course. If you're going to die, take the enemy with you, accomplish your mission. If anyone's going to murder me, you know I'm going to make sure I can take them to hell with me.
What a tragedy. How should I ask this? Is Masters in balance, do you think? He seemed volatile.
Well, to talk with him, he was articulate, he was intelligent, but he firmly believes in not only the right to carry a gun, but the duty of citizens to carry guns. And you can see what kind of fear this promotes. Even the city attorney was holding a press conference to announce what they were doing with the case. William Masters walked in. He said, "How did he get in here? Does that man have a gun?"
Yeah. What has happened?